Welcome to the Spintax editing course. My name's Justin. I'll be your course director or teacher or whatever you like to call me today. What we're going to do today is learn basically Spintax editing, and just very briefly, this is just a quick introduction of what we're going to achieve over the next, sort of half hour or so. Number one, uses for Spintax editing, and I'll get into that very quickly just in a minute. Number two, we'll learn to use the Spintax characters, and you can see those characters there. We'll learn how to use those properly, I might add too, so that we get some actual decent usable output from our article spinning efforts rather than unreadable useless garbage. Number three, we'll learn to spin at a paragraph, a sentence and a word level, and what that'll do is give you multiple levels of spinning. So quite simply, the more you spin, the more unique your output and the more times I suppose you get to use it. So we'll teach you how you can spin paragraphs, sentences and words, and that way really get a deep level of spin and a great looking article. And number four, and an overall sort of thing, look, you'll become an effective Spintax editor and you'll be able to create quality spun content. So really that's the ultimate goal. We'll teach you to make good spun articles. Very briefly, in your package, I've included a copy of eSpinner Pro original version. I'm using today in the course the eSpinner Pro Gold edition. Now, the main difference is the database. In the copy that comes with the course, you can't edit the database. In this particular version, I can edit the database. But it works exactly the same. It's not a course. This is a course on Spintax editing, I should say. It's not a software demonstration. The principles of Spintax are exactly the same no matter where you use them. What you're going to notice with eSpinner Pro is that this section here is at the top, up here, and it's also in blue. Other than that, it's exactly the same. And as I said, with this version I can access the synonym editor, so I can add words and add synonyms whenever I need to. So, the database by no means is the be-all and end-all. But with this one I can add and grow and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I've supplied a copy of eSpinner Pro so you can spin out your articles and get your synonyms faster and easier. It'll also give you the engine to generate your spun articles. So, for example, if you wanted 20 copies, you can very quickly just generate those articles and use them however you're using your output. I do advise that you do all your Spintax editing inside eSpinner Pro. That way you can do everything in one screen. So even if it's an article you've written in another program, copy and paste it into here and then begin the process of the Spintax and adding the characters. It'll make life a lot easier. And also you can save the spun version of the article, so that's handy for later on. You might want another 20 versions or another 40 versions or whatever you like. So, alright, look, very briefly, I just want to touch on this section here, this uses for Spintax editing. Number one is articles, of course, because everyone spins articles. But don't just use it for that sort of thing. You can spin things like classified ads, social bookmarking program postings, and all sorts of things. The more you get into Spintax, you will find more and more uses for it. And it really is a handy skill to learn. Not only to create content for yourself, there is a market out there for Spintax editors. So whether you're selling Spintax ready articles or selling 50 or 60 versions of the same article as a PLR bundle, that can be a very valuable commodity. And I have seen good Spintax articles selling for anything from $17 to $27 per article. So, as I said, the more you learn, the more you use Spintax, the more uses you will find to it or for it, and it is a handy skill to have up your sleeve. Alright, look, that's the introduction. In the next screen we're just going to jump straight into it and start learning how to edit Spintax. The first bit's very simple, and then as we as we dig deeper into it, it looks like a mess on the screen, but when you see the final output, you'll see just how well this works. Alright, thanks very much. We'll see you in the next video, and we'll start spinning some text. Cheers, bye bye.